I recently hit my first 100 sales on Etsy and I wanted to share with you guys everything I did to get me there. Hi, I run a small art business where I primarily sell sticker sheets and occasionally clay charms. And here is my beginner guide to new and aspiring shop owners who want to get their first 100 sales. Although I do primarily use Etsy, I want to say that these tips do apply to both Etsy and regular personal e-commerce domain owners. And I also want to say that at the end of this video, I'm also going to provide a list of short form content ideas to help you guys with your social media, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, let's get into the video. Starting off with the first thing on the list, share your shop launch story. Everything from buying materials to making the art, whether it takes you years or if it's already done, share that specific story. I live by this because I believe it genuinely works. If you check out other art business channels, you will see that their most viewed video is their shop launch video, and that's including my channel. And that's because people find a lot of inspiration from these videos, not to mention they provide educational insights to starting out. I documented my entire journey from buying my printer to saving up for a Cricut to even creating my first ever sticker sheet, which were all big milestones for me to get my whole business started up. It's also a great way to introduce your art business to your audience and for people to discover who the artist is behind the art. Creating this type of YouTube video helped me get the majority of my first 100 sales. That's because YouTube has the highest conversion rate out of Instagram and TikTok. So I would highly recommend you guys try YouTube, but I mean, you don't have to. I've seen a lot of other creators also use simply just Instagram and TikTok to market their art. With the right approaches, I'm sure that you can get there. Just know that sharing your launch story will help you tremendously. One final note before moving on to the next tip is that really focus on thumbnails and learn how to create them, because I know for a fact that if my thumbnail was very boring and bland, I would not have gotten as many views as I did, which then led to as many sales as I got. So thumbnails are important, but you cannot create a good thumbnail unless you put your skills into practice. Now, I've practically given you one video idea, but I want to emphasize the importance of repetitive online presence. Don't just post one video, expect it to do well, and then leave afterwards, you know? You have to make it a habit to show up for your business. So keep showing up. This is another way of saying stay consistent, which I don't like saying, so we're not gonna say stay consistent. Instead, we're gonna use a new term called repetitive online presence. And that's because usually when I hear other influencers talk about staying consistent on social media, it makes the overall experience feel very unpleasurable and unexciting, which makes social media not so fun. Repetitive online presence, on the other hand, changes the intent to showing up regularly to purposely help people remember you and your art. And so how do I go about this? I consistently introduce myself and what I do in my videos, and then I share the stories that drives my business and my creations. So this includes showing my face, speaking and using my voice, and consistently displaying my art. And sometimes it may feel repetitive, but this is a way for people to remember you and will lead to a more supportive community. Repetition is key to help people remember you. My main goal on social media isn't to go viral or to follow trends. It's for people to remember me. It's for both followers and non-followers to get to know me better and to remember me. And I think that's the approach people should have when they post online. Don't stop posting if a video does bad. Don't stop posting if a video does well. Keep showing up. Grow slowly and make your business worth remembering. This will ultimately lead to a loyal community, and trust me, you want a loyal community. It may not help you now, but it will for sure help you in the long run. Social media is important, but I want you to make a note of this in case you forget about it in the future, because so many things can happen and we can lose our focus. And that is to keep making art, even if you're not making sales. It's really easy to start pulling all your focus towards social media and forget about the actual art making. Making new art allows for new pieces and new stories to be shared. There will always be something new and personal to share with a new product, whether you think it or not. For example, my book lover sticker sheet. It's more than just a simple book lover sticker sheet. Yes, it's for book lovers, but there's a more personal story behind it. After dealing with a bunch of unfortunate events during the winter time, I had to learn how to pick myself back up for the springtime. This sticker sheet was a way for me to express that. And so by creating this new sticker sheet, I ended up creating a new narrative. One that others could also potentially relate to, since many of us are in our own personal growth journeys. I think it's a good reminder that art is usually driven by emotions and whatever we feel, and so I think we need to learn how to share that by creating new art, creating new emotions, creating new stories, and creating new experiences. So keep making art. New products and new stories will open new doors and will help broaden your audience. Not to mention, people like supporting new art in general, and it's something that people get really excited about. Alright, so the next thing we will talk about, it's talked about quite a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But it's something that we need to learn eventually. This helped me generate a bunch of sales without me even having to try that hard. And that was by optimizing keywords, also known as search engine optimization, aka SEO. I don't want to get too deep into it because there's so many videos of it out there and on the internet, and so I don't want to I'm just gonna keep it at the surface level. But I'm gonna show you guys examples of what this looks like for me, and you can still do this for your personal domain as well, because as long as it's on Google, you can optimize keywords as much as possible and people can find you using Google. Without getting too deep into it, I'll tell you guys what you need to do to help search engines such as Google navigate customers to your shops without the use of social media. So first things first, your audience. Who are they? Oftentimes, your audience is a representation of yourself. For example, me. I am an individual in her mid-20s who likes to collect sticker sheets because I like to decorate my bullet journal. There we go. That's my audience. What kind of sticker sheets do I often get attracted to? I'm often attracted to cute and cozy stickers that capture some sort of admired lifestyle that I have, or that can capture key events throughout a month. I'm going to use my Cozy Gamer sticker sheet as an example for this section, because this is my most sold sticker sheet based off merely SEO and Etsy search. Let's start off by answering, what is this product? It is a sticker sheet. What is it for? It can be primarily used for journaling, decorating, and scrapbooking. Who am I trying to attract with this product? Gamers, but more specifically, cozy gamers, or gamers who aspire to be cozy gamers. Your main goal is to narrow down your audience as much as possible and keep it as relevant as much as possible. So instead of just naming the listing Cozy Gamer Sticker Sheet, I ended up bringing in a lot more keywords that helped Etsy really narrow down who my audience is. Also, because SEO is a very organic way of growing and getting sales, I want to really emphasize this. It will take time. It will take a lot of time. It will take you time to figure out what works and what doesn't. You have to give it a minimum of 2 weeks. Don't expect that the next day you're gonna get sales because you changed it the day before. This is not how it works. It's something that takes a really long time for its search engines to just help navigate customers towards your shop. Optimizing keywords isn't talked about a lot in the art community because I find that a lot of artists, they're the ones who bring in the traffic to their shop, not the internet. But I still want to say that SEO is still important whether you think it or not. It's really important to include it in your text, in your captions, in your titles, wherever you're posting your art. It's really important to just think about keywords that could attract certain customers to your shop or to your social media account. Alright, before moving on to the list of short form content ideas that I have for you guys, I wanted to bring up some honorable mentions. Number 1 is to be posting on TikTok. TikTok works a lot like YouTube. It is very search engine based, and that's where keywords matter a lot more. Instagram, on the other hand, it's a lot harder for some reason. And can I just say, 2 people that I know that have a business major have told me straight up when they found out that I had a small business, the first thing they asked me was, are you posting on TikTok? And fair enough, I started posting on TikTok because of them. So do with that what you will. The only unfortunate thing about TikTok is that it will not let you post a link in your bio, which is very unfortunate. It used to let you, but not anymore. And I'm very, very sad about that. The next tip will be to create quarterly goals that you are full control of. Stop thinking about the numbers. You can't control them. You can't control how many followers you get. You can't control how many sales you get or how many subscribers you get. Like, all these things are so out of your control. You need to focus on the things that you can do. How many videos do you want to post in a month? How many shorts? How many long form videos, right? How often do you want to be filming new stuff? There's always things that you could be doing that is in your control that can help you with social media growth and that can help you market your product. And now for the last tip on this list, which is focus on one type of product. Now, I kind of want to say to take this lightly because I know a lot of other great creators out there who advertise charms, washi tapes, and stickers and sticker sheets, vinyl stickers, and even, I don't know, what else? Pins. Like, they have expanded their entire art. But what I've been doing is I've been solely advertising my sticker sheets. Even if I have charms in my shop, I don't advertise the charms that often. I mostly focus on advertising sticker sheets, and that is because I want to create a very niche community. It is a lot easier to build a niche community than it is to build a very broad community. So overall, try to narrow down your products. I hope those tips were really helpful, but now we're going to move on to a short but sweet little list that I made up for you guys in terms of short form video ideas. So grab your notepad and a pen and let's get started. There are 14 in total, just want to let you know. Starting off with the first thing, introduce the product that you are selling. Don't just show it, but also use narration, or you could just use text if you're not comfortable using your voice yet. 2. Introduce yourself and your business. Talk about what you make and why you make it. 3. Show yourself stocking up or restocking. 4. Show the process of creating a new product. You can repurpose this video for each and every individual product that you have. 5. Tell the story and meaning behind each product. You can have a video for each product as well. 6. Packing orders. You can be creative with this one and title them as the biggest order I've ever gotten or the first order I've ever gotten. You can also make them ASMR. 7. Like the previous one, narrated packing videos. These are slower paced videos where you talk about the actual order. This is a great way to share your opinions and share like what products are your favorites or what you think of a specific product while packing them. And it's also a great way to engage with followers. You can create videos where you discuss your values, your philosophy, and the why behind creating your art, all of which drive your brand. What do you care about as a small business owner? How do you express that through your art? And what do you bring to the table? Number 9, week in the life. You can also capture these using like carousels, and I find it's a lot easier where you could just take pictures of what you did throughout the week and post them as a carousel and people will watch them. Number 10, materials and equipment that you use. You can also include the prices and the expenses that came to purchasing these items. I find that these videos are really informative even though it's been done so many times. People still like to see different things from different artists and business owners. Number 11, story time. Share all your milestones, whether it is your first sale or like your first review. I don't know, you could even celebrate your first 10 followers on Instagram. Anything that is worth celebrating, whether it is big or small. Number 12, display your art. Be creative with the environments that you show your art in. It doesn't always have to be on top of a desk or on top of an easel or like, I don't know, it doesn't always have to be indoors. You could just go outside and just have it hanging there and take a picture and people will find that exciting. Number 13, show yourself using your art. This one's similar to the previous one, but instead it shows yourself using what you've created. It overall proves that your product can be useful. And number 14, any sort of educational content. You will always have some sort of educational insight as a small business owner, whether you are a beginner or a pro. There will always be something to discuss and opinions to share, and at the end of the day, these things can be educational and can serve a value to followers and non-followers. I'm fully aware that reaching your first 100 sales isn't the easiest for the majority of us, but know that you will get there eventually, especially if you're working smart and you do this wholeheartedly. And just to let you know, the few short form video ideas that I gave you guys can repurpose them and reuse them on a weekly to a monthly basis. There's so many things that you can do with them, and hopefully they help you come up with new ideas. I really hope that the points we discussed today were helpful for you guys, and if they were, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I continue to be a growing small business owner, so there's still a lot of things that I have to learn, but these are the things that I found that really worked for me, and I'm glad that I was able to learn so much within my first 100 sales. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Bye!